Hey everyone, welcome to Strip Center IQ. This is where we talk about everything related to strip center investment, from macroeconomic news, investment advisory, and real-world deals. I'm Ray Kang, an investment sales broker, and I work with private client strip center owners in Austin, San Antonio, and the Rio Grande Valley. Before we get into today's video, I wanted to tell you about Share Scoops, one of my go-to resources for understanding the economy without the jargon. If you're an advisor, broker, or investor who wants clean, fast, visual explanations of what's happening, Share Scoops is genuinely one of the best tools you can use. In the description below, you can find a unique referral link where you can get an extra month free on sign up. If your clients rely on you for timely market intel, this is a great resource that I highly recommend. Now let's talk about what's actually happening in the economy right now and why it matters for your strip center. Buying your first home is the hardest it's been in more than 40 years. First-time buyers now make up just 21% of all buyers, the lowest share on record. And the typical first-time buyer is now 40 years old compared to 33 not long ago. Home prices are up 50% since 2019, and mortgage costs have doubled. That means younger families, future consumers, are getting priced out of home ownership. And when people aren't building equity, they spend differently. Retailers are discounting heavily. Price inflation slowed to 0.22% in October, but average markdowns hit 20%, one of the biggest discount levels in years. Retailers are trying to keep cautious shoppers spending. Household stress is rising. Bank of America found 24% of families are spending almost all of their income on basics: rent, gas, groceries, and bills. There isn't much left for anything else. And finally, people are now more worried about their jobs than inflation. 42.5% expect unemployment to rise next year. When people feel that way, they cut back and they shift how they shop. Now, all of this flows directly into strip centers and retail properties. It impacts tenant sales, lease renewals, and long-term NOI, which brings us to the belief we're tackling today. A lot of private client owners believe that if rents are rising, so also is the value of their property. Now that seems logical and makes sense, but in today's market, that belief can mislead you in a big way. In markets around the country, and here in San Antonio, retail rents have grown roughly 2 to 3% a year. But at the same time, property taxes jumped 30+%, insurance climbed 40 to 60%. Common area maintenance and utilities rose another 20 to 30%. When you put those lines together, rent growth is being overshadowed by expense growth. And that's where the story changes. Because rent is just the top line number. NOI is the real engine of value. And for many strip centers, NOI hasn't grown at all, even with rent increases. Now, buyers don't purchase your rent roll. They purchase your NOI performance. If your expenses are growing faster than your rents, your NOI may be flat or even declining. And if NOI isn't growing, your property value isn't growing either, even if rent growth makes everything look good on paper. Now, here's what makes this tricky. NOI erosion is subtle. You don't feel it happening month to month. The checks come in, tenants pay, your center's 100% full. But when you step back and look at the trend line, 5 years of rent, 5 years of expenses, 5 years of NOI, the truth becomes impossible to miss. Your rent has grown, but returns have not. That's the hidden drag. So here's the mindset shift that actually helps owners today. Don't measure success by rent growth. Measure it by NOI growth. Rent is the headline. NOI is the story. And once you track NOI consistently, you'll see exactly where your property is strong and where you're silently losing performance. Now, if you want to stay ahead of this, start doing 3 things. Number 1, track NOI quarter by quarter. Number 2, compare your rent and expense growth side by side. And number 3, review your triple net reconciliations annually to understand true operating costs. Those 3 steps alone give you more clarity than 90% of owners ever look for. If this video brought you some value, it would be great if you liked and subscribed. And for weekly insights on Strip Center investing, join the Strip Center IQ newsletter at stripcenteriq.com. Thanks for joining me. I'm Ray Kang, your Strip Center advisor, and I'll see you next time.